August. August is an exciting month. It's not as crazy, thank goodness, as July was, because July was super crazy for us, because Beachbody just had a whole lot going on. And I tried so hard to make sure that I wasn't leaving anything out. So people, if you notice that I've left something out for August, please point it out and I will add it to this slideshow before I share it in the team page. So this is our August marketing outlook, or outline. So I'm gonna share a little bit more about MBF tonight because we have our customer launch coming up. Then I'm going to share a marketing plan and focus for August. I want to share some tips on rocking your customer launch, which starts tomorrow for those of you that have forgotten. There were 2 launches for this. And then Team Cup. So again, just a reminder, marketing is not advertising. We are just sharing our story. We're sharing our experiences. We're sharing our life. We are not sharing products, okay? We are not trying to sell things. We are just trying to show how these things help us do life better or easier, maybe with a little less hot mess, okay? So this is all going to align with what we have to offer our ideal customer. We're going to be sharing how we add value to the world. This is a business, so we need to treat it like a business, just like I'm a teacher, so I use a lot of teacher analogies for those of you that are new. Just like you have a lesson plan to go into your classroom and teach a lesson, you have to have a business plan to have a successful business. So if you don't have a plan, then you're kind of just flying by the seat of your pants. And I know when I go into a classroom without a lesson plan and I'm flying by the seat of my pants, it feels crazy. The kids don't know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Behaviors start to come out. And I just end up leaving the class thinking that didn't go well. Same thing can happen with your business. So I want to encourage you to grab a calendar. I'm not going to make one for you. We're going to do it together. So here are your August dates. Again, people, let me know if I have forgotten something, because when I was looking at this compared to last month, I was like, man, there is like nothing on there. But last month was just crazy. There was a lot going on. So tomorrow is the official start of our launch to customers for Muscle Burns Fat. That means that tomorrow anybody can purchase Muscle Burns Fat, not just coaches or discount coaches. So just remember that. I know that there were probably a lot of people that you talked to in the beginning of our launch that maybe just weren't interested in signing up for the discount. I don't know why they wouldn't want to sign up for it, but maybe they just weren't there. So, but they're still interested. Maybe you have current customers who have been waiting for this to launch to them because they didn't want to sign up as the discount coach, and you need to reach out to them and remind them tomorrow's the day to purchase. I want to remind you that in our customer launch group, we actually have a second giveaway going on. It's the reusable grocery bag with the collagen and the beach bars and some samples of things in there. I'll be posting about that, and that cutoff for that winner is going to be the 30th of July. So that's happening in July, but it's happening this week, and this week is also August. So that's why I have it on here. July 30th is also there's going to be an update to the BOD app. If you have customers reaching out to you because their BOD app isn't working, tell them to, update it, or re-download it, whatever they need to do, because it may just be as simple as the update didn't go through, so it's not working for them. But I'm excited about that. I'm not sure entirely what it's going to look like or what the changes are that are being made, but I think it's going to be good. So be looking for that. Starting tomorrow until August 2nd is going to be prep week in our MBF BOD group. If you're not in the BOD group and you want to be, just you can either search it in our team page and the link for it is there, or let your upline know and give them your email and they can invite you to the group, and then you can put your clients and customers in that group as well. August 3rd to August 23rd is going to be the official group where we'll be walking through it, going through the program again with coaches, clients, everybody. Some of us have already completed the program. Some of us are completing it this week, but all of us are going to restart on August 3rd and do it together. Now, if you're not doing MBF and you don't want to be in that group, you don't have to be. If you aren't doing MBF, but you have clients that are doing it and you want to be in the group to support them, go ahead and join. It's not like you have, we're not telling you this is the program you have to be doing right now. We're just saying this is the new one. This is what most of us are working through because it's what most of our clients are working through. So we're all in this group together. August 1st through August 31st is Team Cup. When I share these slides with you, I went ahead and shared this link to give you some information on what Team Cup is. For those of you that are new, this is like a fun challenge where you team up with 4 other people and you work together to accomplish goals. Maybe people that you wouldn't normally work with, or maybe people you would normally work with that you're, excuse me, really good friends with. You just want to push each other a little bit harder. And you earn points. So for each Success Club point, you earn 1 point. For each rank advancement, so for those of you pushing for Emerald, you would earn 3 points for going Emerald. And then you get 1 bonus point for a coach that has an active BOD group between those dates. So they're really trying to encourage us to use BOD groups during this time. And you can earn up to 40 points per coach. So that means 40 times 5, that's how many points you can earn. And these are the prizes that you'll get. So they have individual rewards and they have team rewards. So the more you encourage each other and work together, the sweeter the reward. That chair looks pretty cool. AirPods are awesome. I do not have either of those. Oh, let me get back to my slideshow here, sorry. Okay. And then on August 17th, the MBFA workouts will become available on Beachbody On Demand. So that's that like graduate program or advanced program, Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. So from now until the end of this month, let's focus on our customer launch for MBF. Let's focus on inviting to that. Let's focus on getting people set up to join us. Let's focus on the launch group, making sure that we are sharing in that group when people make purchases, making sure we're adding them to the giveaway when they make the purchase. From August 7th, that shouldn't be 7/19, that should be 8/19, to August 19th, let's focus on coaching. Let's focus on some rank advancements. Since a big part of Team Cup is rank advancements, since that's how you earn the majority of your points, let's make that a focus for the month of August. This is a good opportunity for those of us that still have some unease about the school year or time, what's it going to look like this year? When are things going to go back to semi-normal kind of thing? It's a really good opportunity to invite people to join you as we realize, even though summer's over, things aren't going back to normal. Maybe I really should look into this opportunity kind of thing. From August 22nd to the end of the month, you're going to talk about your challenge group. I'm going to change these dates. Sorry about that. And in this, you're talking to your ideal client. Remember this workbook to help you pinpoint your ideal coach and client. I'm not going to click on the link, but I know you can see me and you can see what this is. For everybody, this is such an incredible tool. It really helps you to think about what the person's, what their struggles are, what their pain points are, and how you can help them by adding value to their life. It really helps you to make sure that when we're talking about the things we struggle with, we're not just venting, we're actually like encouraging and maybe using it as a teachable moment. I've added in here some tips on how to market in your stories, because to me, stories are the #1 way to get people interacting and engaging with you. Social media posts are wonderful, but a lot of people are scrollers. They're not necessarily going to stop and comment on your social media post. But when you share polls, when you talk into your stories, when you're showing like tidbits of real life throughout the day, people tend to be a lot more engaged in that. So if you're someone who's not using stories, I really think it's important to come back and look at this, these ideas and this market plan right here that I've linked, and kind of figure out, how can I incorporate this throughout my day? I set a personal goal to share at least 8 stories every day. That means if I'm awake for, let's say, 17 hours, then throughout 17 hours, I share 8 15-second clips. I mean, that's not a lot. That's not asking a lot. And some of us might think, oh, well, I don't really have anything to share. Sis, your life is important. And there are women who want to know that you are sick and tired of someone not putting the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll and just leaving it sitting on the back of the toilet when the toilet paper rolls out. Like, I know that seems really silly, but when you see another woman sharing something on their stories and you relate, you're like, yes, thank you. I think the same thing all the time, kind of thing. That's how we connect. That's how we find people we connect with. And that's how we can then invite them and help them. Coach opportunity marketing in your stories. So this is something where instead of just talking about life, maybe you talk a little bit about what you do as a coach. This would be a great opportunity for those of you that are new coaches to actually talk to in your stories about why you decided to coach. It, again, don't make it long. If it takes more than 4 15-second clips altogether, then I would start over and try again and try to narrow it down to that 60 seconds that Instagram gives you, because after about 3 or 4 15-second clips, people are going to stop listening. All right. So I really wanted to focus August on a mindset shift, because I, for one, thought Carissa's call last week was so good. The 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle that she shared, was mind-blowing to me. And the example she shared, if you weren't on the call, she shared, we have all these shoes in our closet. Like, walk into your closet right now and pick out the pairs that you wear on a daily basis. For me, it's probably, it's my Chacos, it's my Birkenstocks, and it's my sneakers that I work out in or that I walk in. It's three pairs. I probably have 30 pairs of shoes in my closet. That's only 10%. I'm only wearing 10% of my shoes on a daily basis or on a consistent basis. That was mind-blowing to me when she shared that. So 20% of our activity produces 80% of our success, is essentially what that principle was saying. Showing up is less than 20% of your day. Showing up to this call, showing up to your workout, showing up to the National Wake Up Call, it is less than 20% of 24 hours. So just putting that out there as a gentle reminder that one of the very first things I said to people on the Kickstart call tonight was, you got to show up. Some of us, when life happens, not showing up is the easiest thing to do. Doing the hard thing and showing up even when you don't want to, showing up when you forget your why, showing up when you no longer have the desire, or you no longer, you can't really see your goals because you're so clouded with what's going on in your life. Show up anyway. Be willing to step outside your comfort zone. In the beginning, we all stepped outside our comfort zone, but after you've been coaching for 5 months, 10 months, 5 years, 10 years, you start to get comfortable again. Never allow yourself to get too comfortable. Always be looking for ways to step outside your comfort zone. Keep it simple. We are about people and we are about relationships. Another thing we have a huge tendency to do as we've been coaching for longer and longer is make it complicated. This is not a complicated business. Now, this is the thing that I think needs to shift in our mindset, because I've had several people say to me recently, I feel like I would, if I knew what I was doing, then I'd already be there. Or I feel like no matter what I do, it's not going to happen for me. The other day I had someone say, well, yeah, I'll do that, but I probably won't do very well. Stop. These are the same things that people say to us when we invite them to our challenge groups. Well, I've been trying to lose 10 pounds and I've been working on it for like the last 6 months and I haven't done it yet. So I'm probably not going to do it. So I'm just going to say no. Right? Have you ever had someone say that to you? Or they've said, well, no matter what I do, I've tried everything. No matter what I do, it doesn't work for me. So no, I'm not interested. I said that to the person who invited me multiple times before I signed up. I've had people say things like, I'm not good at this. You just got to try it. We focus so much on the accomplishment, on the outcome, on the accolade, or on the goal accomplished. We don't focus enough on the action. Think about who you are today, because today you decide to wake up and push play every single morning. Are you a more patient mom? Are you a more confident female? Are you more comfortable in your own skin? Do you have more energy? Maybe you're not at your goal weight. Maybe you're not in the size jeans you want to wear. Maybe you still got stuff hanging in your closet. Hi, I do. That there's no way you're shoving yourself into those jeans right now. It's okay. The fact that you still show up every day, and it's not about that goal, because guys, if we stopped doing something because we hadn't achieved it fast enough, we would never stick to anything. We are such an Amazon Prime society. We want things to show up on our doorstep tomorrow. Look at what the value you are getting out of the action, not necessarily just the value that you're going to get out of the accomplishment. Because here's the other thing I was looking at. I had a picture pop up in my memories on Facebook of when I was 21 years old. It was a very fun night in college. I'm in my bikini, so are all my soccer sisters, because we all played soccer together. We had made a homemade water slide, and we had been going down the water slide, and we were having a blast. And I remember when I was 21, seeing myself in a bikini or seeing myself in clothes and thinking, oh my gosh, I hate that my butt is this big, and I hate that my thighs are this big, and I hate this, and I hate that. And now today, I probably weigh 40 pounds more than I did then, if not more. And I can still pick apart my body. And I tell myself sometimes, man, if I could just lose 20 pounds, I would feel so much better. But I didn't feel so much better when those 20 pounds weren't there. So it's not necessarily about losing it. It's about the process. It's about the action. And that's what makes us different too than all those quick fixes. Like, yeah, so maybe counting calories or Weight Watchers or whatever works for some people. That's great for them. But the action of getting up, pushing play, saying you're going to do something, and then actually doing it and finishing it, that is so much bigger than the weight loss in what we do. So you need to ask yourself, what do we want to achieve? But then maybe the more important question is, what do I have to do in order to achieve it? Because if I'm not willing to do the things I need to do in order to achieve it, then I'm not going to ever achieve it. I'm just going to keep beating myself up over it. So I want to ask you this. What would you say to a new coach who's too scared to invite their best friend to the business opportunity or to their challenge group? Because some of you have been coaching for a long time, and you'll come to me and say, oh, this girl's been on my list forever and I've never sent her an invite because I'm just too scared. Why? What would you say if your coach told you, I'm not going to put her on my list because I'm too afraid to invite her? What would you say to her? Say the same thing to yourself. What would you say to a coworker who is considering joining your challenge group, but they failed at everything else they've ever tried? They failed at Weight Watchers. They've given up on the gym membership. They spent a lot of money on Orange Theory, and then they ended up just losing that money. What would you say to that person who's tried everything and nothing seemed to work? So they're thinking about joining you, but they're not sure because everything else doesn't work. So this probably won't work either. What would you say to them? Say the same thing to yourself when you feel like a failure. What would you say to a self-proclaimed gym rat? That was me. I didn't want to join this because I liked the gym. Well, guess what? That didn't work out for me. My life changed. What would you say to a fellow coach who's feeling defeated? When one of your teammates reaches out to you and they're saying, man, I don't know what to do because this has been on my goal list for years or months and I haven't hit it yet. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Maybe it's too big of a goal. What would you say to them? Say the same thing to yourself when you feel like you can't reach a goal that you want to reach. What would you say to a client who's lost 10 pounds and then maybe they've hit this plateau and they haven't seen the scale move for a while? Would you tell them, you know what, you're right. Just go back to your old ways, eat the ice cream, sit on the couch, do what you want, screw Beachbody On Demand. You don't need to do that anymore. Would you say that to them? Then don't say it to yourself. What would you say to your push partner who doesn't think that she's ever going to accomplish what she wants because if she was good enough, she would have already achieved it? Nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing worth having happens overnight unless it comes from Amazon. But really, nothing comes that easy in real life. So would you just tell her, you're right, you should give up? No. So don't say it to yourself. We have to have a mindset shift. We have become so focused on what the rank is, or what the title is, or anything like that. And we have to stop focusing on those things and focus more on, what am I doing to achieve what I want to achieve, and how is just the action of doing it making me a better person? That's how we want to to portray ourselves, so that other people perceive us that way. Because the truth is, leading a healthy lifestyle is not, it's much easier to go through the drive-through. It is much easier to hit snooze. Guys, we've all been there. But we get so much more out of life when we decide to do it anyway. And so we need to stop focusing, or maybe even making our self-worth a title or a rank, and focus more on what we're getting out of it. And that's our self-worth. Our worthiness is not determined by what we've accomplished. We're worthy. It has nothing to do with the end result. Just show up and do the best you can. And that is going to make you better, regardless of whether you ever hit your goal weight, or you ever fit into the jeans, or you ever make 5-star diamond, or hit elite, or whatever it is that you want to do with your business or your fitness or your life. Regardless of any of that, how are you working toward making yourself a better version of you every single day? The other day when I was on the Peloton, the trainer said, she was like, you know what? Nobody competes with me. You know why nobody competes with me? Because I'm the only one. And I was like, that is so true. We have all these, we have all this comparison, and we have all these competitions that go on in our own head sometimes. And it might be a competition to see who hits diamond faster, or who hits this faster, or who, looks the most fit or the prettiest in a dress, or whatever. Because we all do this in every facet of life. Instead, just think about you. Like, nobody's going to do me the way I do me, because I'm the only one. Nobody can compete with that. That's how we should be living our life. And that's how we need to be looking at this business. What we're doing is more important than what we're getting. All right, I'm going to stop recording.